Good morning, my friends. I hope you're all having a good day. So, if you can recall, a few weeks ago, I said that I created some projects from cardboard. That request came from a subscriber, and I decided to do some crafts using cardboard just to show you how sustainable and how high-end you can get your cardboard crafts to look. So, of course, I went about doing my crafts, and I felt so pleased that I was able to do 3 sets done and was about to edit, and poof, just like that, poof, all of my hard work just went down the drain. But I do have the end result, and that I can show you. So what I'll do, I'll show you the project, the end result of it, and then I'll kind of walk you through as to the steps that I did to get to where I got. But I know you will enjoy these, and this is just to inspire you, to show you that yes, you can use cardboard. Now, where can you find your cardboard? You can find your cardboard just from the packages or the boxes that you get from Amazon when you order your stuff, or if you have a nearby BJ's, because the cardboard boxes at BJ's are more accessible. With BJ's, their cardboard boxes are at the front of the store, so you can just basically pick out the ones that you like. That's one place to get very strong cardboards. Like I mentioned, you can save the boxes that you get from Amazon. And the one that I used for these projects were very, very thick. So I'll explain to you how I made these, and if it interests you, if you find it interested and you want to try it, go ahead and do it. So let's head on over to that desk, and then I'll show you what I did to create these. And also at the end of this video, I have another project that I made similar to one of those that I did. So this is a cardboard that I used, single corrugated, but it's very sturdy. First thing that I made was this lantern. Look at how beautiful this lantern is. I just measured and cut. Now you can determine how large you want your lantern to be, and once you measure and determine how large you want your lantern to be, you're going to cut 4 pieces, 4 square pieces, and then you measure how wide you want your opening to be. This is about 1 inch. Link the measurement somewhere here, but this is the width and the length, and then you determine how wide you want the space to be, and then you just measure and cut. Now I had mine arch. Now you can measure the distance here, make a point, and then you just curve, and then you're going to cut 4 pieces for the 4 sides. Now the base under here, I can't turn it around because the lantern is in the middle. This part, and see my pine cone is falling off. This part is the same measurement as here. So you measure this as a square, and you can either cut 2. I cut 1 because I only used it for the base. And then up here, you're going to use the same measurement, the same width for this. Then you're going to half that measurement and go up to how high you want this to be. Mark, and then you're going to use from this point to this point, this point to this point, and then you cut. And that you're going to cut 4. Now for the top, I just measured. Now you don't necessarily have to put this part on your top, this part. So I just measured and cut. This is a foam board, and then under here is a bottle cap, just a regular bottle cap under there. Let me bring that up closer. Just a regular bottle cap under here. I just placed that there. See, my shade is falling. We'll get to that in a minute. But before I glued it down, I used the tip of my hot gun to pierce 2 holes, and then this is just a regular wire, something I got from a Dollar Tree, something from the Dollar Tree, this wire right here. So next, what I did, painted everything black, gave it a good coat of black paint. Now as you see here, I had used masking tape to tape down, masking tape and the hot glue to hold everything in place, and then I taped it down and I painted over that. Now this gold that you're seeing there, I use rub and buff. I just put some on my finger and just smeared it across, and then just did like that to get some gold on there. So that's what I did for that. On the inside here this is just a vine garland, Christmas garland. I just doubled that or wrapped that a few times, put it on the base, and then my puck light that actually turns on. It has a remote as well. I can turn it on with the remote, turn it off. I can give different shades. You'll see more of that in the final reveal. And then this is a pitberry garland, gold. I just wrapped that around. Now, embellishment is as you see fit. Now you can choose to do something else inside here. You can put just a candle or anything else that you have. Here I placed 2 small Christmas trees on either end, and then I had 2 pine cones and I placed them here. That one fell out because they're not glued down. I want to be able to take them out afterwards and just put 1 lantern or lamp or those battery powered candle inside afterwards. And then up here I had this little glitter poinsettia. I glued that on top of the bottle cap right there, and then added some leaves, and then just added a simple little bow right there. Now for the further embellishment, I had, like I mentioned, I had the pluck light, and I had this little shade or vase, lamp vase, and I found that it could just slip right over this, and that's what I did. I just slipped it over just like that to act as the shade. I'm gonna put my pine cone back in, and then I'm gonna turn this on, and this is what it looks like. Now you can make your own lantern from cardboard. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate, just as simple as this one. And there are a lot of free templates online. You can look for templates to cut your lantern out and make your lantern from cardboard. Now looking at this, nobody could ever tell me that this wasn't bought in a store. Simple little lantern. Now this is our lantern. I'm going to place this over here, turn this off. So let's place that over there. Now I had some cardboard remaining, and I decided to make some gift box, some faux gift. So the piece that I had cut from here, I started with that to give me this one. So I just cut 4 pieces. The 4 pieces that I cut out from there, I used to make this, and all I did was just measured the same thing that I did to measure from the base here. I measured the same thing for the box. And then I just use the masking tape or the painter's tape to tape them together, glue them, keep that in place, and then just use regular wrapping paper to wrap this. And then just embellish the top with a little greenery, some berries, and this twirly ribbon that I had purchased from Dollar General a few years ago. And this one is done. And this ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. And I just basically did the same thing for the others. Cut them out just the same way. This one is a little bigger, because after I made this, I realized that I needed 2 more. One a bigger size and one a smaller size. So this one, I just basically did the same thing. Added some greenery at the top with a little red bow. This red bow came from something. I don't remember what it came from, but you know, as crafters, we don't throw anything out. And then some of my twirly ribbons again, and this one is done. And guys, you can put these under your tree, just like, you know, for added decoration or for filling, just so your tree can look full if you don't have a lot of gifts under there. And then this one is a smaller gift. Here we have our little greenery there, a little bow, some berries, and our twirly ribbon. Again, still using cardboard. I just cut 3 pieces of square, same measurement across for the 3. And then this garland came from something else. I decided not to pull it apart. I just used it as is. And then these are some wooden letters that I got from Amazon. I painted that using some red paint, and then I made a little bow clip. That this is the last piece of ribbon that I had from the Dollar Tree. It came from this. It's the same thing. And then I'm not sure if you can see that tiny little Santa head. I got those in a little, these are like nail graphics, and I just glued that there. And this one is done. So these are the 3 pieces that I made using cardboard for Christmas decoration. And here comes our scripture for today, Psalm 27 verse 4, and this is from the Amplified Version. It says, "One thing I have asked of the Lord, and that I will seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord, in his presence all the days of my life, to gaze upon the beauty, the delightful loveliness and majestic grandeur of the Lord, and to meditate in his temple." So beautiful. Now here we are for the final reveal. So here I am showing you how I use the remote to control the puck light. Now this will be linked down in the description box below if you want to check that out. It comes six in the pack. Yes, that's how I purchased it, with the remote. So there you have it, my friends. I hope you were inspired to make crafts using cardboard. And if you love any of those, just let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And just to let you know, if you would like to know where else I'm on social media, I'm all over the place. No, let me correct that. I'm not all over the place. I'm at some strategic places. I'm on Whatnot selling my crafts. I am on Etsy selling digital products as well as physical home decor projects. I'm on Printify selling candles. All of those links will be down in the description box below. So if you would like to see where I'm at, if you would like to check out my shop, those will be linked down below. And there you have it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I enjoyed crafting with you today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more creative projects like these. And tap that notification bell as well so you never miss an upload. Need more inspiration? Click right here for other fun DIYs. Happy crafting, stay safe, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!